Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. Today I am in Woking Park, and I am here because of, well, actually reasons I'm not going to say. So far I have managed to keep up the unique location every single time promise that I kind of made to myself and nobody else. So there's that. I am not entirely sure which way I should go, to be honest. So, yeah, hopefully I just don't stray too far from where I'm supposed to be. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, let's get into the substance of this video. So, obviously, Mutant Girl episode 4 actually came out. So far the reception's been a bit meh, but I personally think it's the one that turned out the best so far, both in terms of animation and as of audio. Speaking of audio, there's a plane going by. Where is it? If you're wondering why I have a notebook with me, it's because of something else, but I will talk about that in a second. So yeah, Mutant Girl episode 4, I think, I put a lot more effort into the actual movements and animations and everything. It has more video tracks than anything else, which, I mean, I know it's not a guarantee of anything, quality over quantity, but in this case, quantity I think did actually lead to quality. Which is why I actually mention it. Do I have... Oh wait, no I don't. I guess I can put it in this pocket here. The pockets on this jacket are incredibly small. It's one of my only drawbacks to this one, apart from the fact that the left pocket has a hole in it from when it was actually delivered. And don't worry, I haven't been wearing it every single day like I said I did before. No worries. Okay, so the notebook is actually for, let's see, because my dad came back yesterday and he gave me 4 identical notebooks. Basically, if you ever buy me anything, it's always notebooks. I will always appreciate them, because a lot of the time when I'm writing books and stuff, I do it by hand because I think it just flows a lot better. And so I thought that I would translate that over to the stuff we're doing at Buttercore. So I have divided things into 4 categories in terms of what we're actually developing, and I've got 4 notebooks to accommodate. I know there's not enough to fill 4 notebooks, I wouldn't say, at least not right now, but I've got them for later developments. And you'll probably see why I've divided them into the 4 ways that I've done. Anyone who's actually in Buttercore, again, knows exactly what I'm talking about. See, that's the thing. I always say that, I say to myself that this would have been a great idea after we started releasing more projects, because then I can actually talk about them. But because I don't want to announce anything until they're being aired, there's not really much I can actually say at the moment. So this whole idea of opening up and having a chat with people is really backfiring. At least from my end, anyway. So, yeah. We are very close to filming one of our projects. Well, I mean, it's the one that's being motorbike. It's the one that's being directed by Jade. We're very close to filming that one, and depending on when she's actually online, because she tends to call me at around 11 my time, is when I will be able to film. And the thing is that by that point, I'm online because I'm kind of waiting for her to call anyway, but no one else is, with very few exceptions, which makes filming that kind of difficult. I mean, we've got all of the sets and everything, so, I mean, pretty much we're good to go. We still have to write a bunch of the episodes. In fact, we haven't really finished the first one, we've just got a pilot going on. But in general, we're actually good to actually start filming. And then we can record the voice cast later. And considering that Jade's probably not going to be online at the time, I could potentially take over, only if she's comfortable with it, because again, this is her thing. I'm co-writing it, I'm producing it, but I'm not directing it. So that will all depend. But to any members of Buttercore watching this, because that's basically the first people that are going to watch this, please be sure to be online sometime around 11 GMT or what was it, 7 Pacific Standard Time, I believe. 6 Pacific Standard Time, that's the conversion. And yeah, I know that for the very few British people that's going to be a bit difficult, and considering that the one British person who's actually online most of the time does not really get along with the director of this project, I'm suspecting I'm just talking to the good old Americans right now. Which is fine. I mean, if anything, it's better because there's chances that you're going to be on. Also, school is out, so all of the members who were in school are either finishing it or have finished it. So, you know, summer holiday is going to be a busier time for us than it already has been. I mean, I've kind of kicked things off already with my summer holidays, but in general, that's what we'll look forward to. Okay, next topic of discussion is one that is very important, and one that I probably should have mentioned at the very beginning of the video. And this subject, is Minecraft Diaries, or should I say just Diaries. So people know that Athmau has posted a rewrite of the first episode, and she has made it very clear that it is in fact a rewrite, unlike the remake of the first episode of My Street. There's a big difference, and it shows within the titles and within the video itself. We can tell already that there's aspects that have been hinted at for a future audience that a previous audience will already know from watching all of the other seasons. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for this, because I mean, it does cut out a lot of the what people would argue is the original charm of Minecraft Diaries, which was that it started off as a survival and then it built up to what it eventually became, as well as My Street. And seeing that transition all the way from back then to My Street Season 6, it's actually really fascinating. And I suppose that the Diaries rewrite is, I guess, the next step in that project. But Athmau has said on, I believe, her Instagram, I really should follow her on Instagram actually, why am I not doing that already? That, I've just completely lost now, brain fart. Yeah, that the episode needs promotion. I don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but it means that everyone basically needs to promote this series, because it needs its traction, I guess. Because obviously, with My Street being the success that it is, and having, you know, overstepped the mark from actual Diaries from back in the day, Diaries got sidelined once before. And if this rewrite is going to happen, I would obviously assume that Jess and Jason and everyone else at Blue Jay Studios would not want the same thing to occur with the rewrite. we wouldn't want it to be just a sideline project, especially now that My Street has, you know, they're going on a bit of a break because that's what they always do mid-season, and rightfully so. They've worked themselves half to death on it. But yeah, I do think that, you know, Jess clearly wants to do this project, but it's up to us, the fans, to show the support. So please do share the original video, make videos promoting that video, and just the general idea. Tell me thoughts, you know, tell me theories about what might actually be different, and, you know, just spam places. If people have Twitter, then, you know, talk to your followers. If people have Instagram, talk to also your followers. I might do the same thing on Facebook, but I know for a fact that no one else watches AFMAL for my friends, so yes. Except for Buttercore people, obviously, because I'm pretty sure that's where we all met in one way or another, is via AFMAL. Except for Beanie Boy, but whatever, you all know about Beanie Boy. So yeah, overall that's what's going to happen, and that's what I hope to happen as well. So yeah, please do actually share that. I'm going to be making a couple more videos on the subject more in detail, like what I think works with a rewrite and what actually doesn't or should have been left, which, by the way, is not actually that many things. I do think it is actually way better. And also, maybe I'll do a bit of a music video, yes? Yeah, potentially. So yes, once again, calling all YouTubers. I call you to action right now. Promote Minecraft Diaries. Sorry, no. Promote Diaries, I forgot. I have to say that now. I guess the one thing that's a big question